Okay, do you happen to have a nice high toss, but you have a lousy, weak serve, inconsistent serve? Well, your high toss is probably the reason why. When you toss the ball out of your reach, okay, you know, most players, a lot of players today are tossing 2, 3, 4 feet out of their reach because they think they have to do all this preparing. You know, they've got to get the legs, you know, in that platform, which is good, okay. They're thinking about getting the rear hip down and back, and they're thinking that they're going to get more time to hit the ball. Okay, but the opposite is true. When you toss the ball way out of your reach, okay, the ball stops for a millisecond. It becomes motionless for a millisecond. Then it starts to drop at the rate of gravity. Now, as it drops, the ball picks up speed. Now, here's your hitting zone. Let's say this is as high as you can reach or I can reach, and this is the hitting zone here. Now, if the ball's 2 feet, 3 feet above that, as the ball comes through your hitting zone, it's picking up speed. Okay, so it goes fast through your hitting zone, giving you less time. On the other hand, when you toss just to the peak of your reach, the ball stops for that millisecond, it becomes motionless, starts to drop at the rate of gravity, but it's dropping slower here. And they did a study on this, and they found that you have 30 times more time to hit the ball when you just toss to the peak of the reach. So players are making it more difficult for themselves. I always thought of Maria Sharapova. Toss the ball way out of her reach, and I said, man, she's making the serve so much more difficult, especially under pressure and on windy days. It's so much harder. So just tossing to the peak, 30 times more time. You can't beat that. You see, there are a number of things that can go wrong when the ball is way out of your reach. You're going to mistime the ball sometimes. That's why your serve is inconsistent, because, you know, it's dropping fast through your hitting zone. The other thing is you have to wait for the ball. When you're waiting for the ball, your hitting arm is slowing down. It slows down because you're waiting for the ball to get into your hitting zone. You don't want the racket slowing down. You want the racket picking up speed. It's one continuous fluid motion. You look on the tour today, you've got, well, you had Nick Kyrgios, the Bryan brothers, there's Marin Cilic. They've learned to toss the ball just to the peak of their reach. It makes the serve easier, and you get more power, you get more pop, because there's no waiting. So who else? Oh yeah, one of my favorites of all time. Well, you had Dustin Brown. Check his serve out on YouTube. Alexander Dolgopolov. Check his serve out. 155 pounds. The guy was hitting big serves. And he tossed just to the peak. So check them out. Dustin Brown, Alexander Dolgopolov. Both, I mean, on the tour and did well. I mean, Brown upset Nadal at Wimbledon. You know, so it can be very beneficial, and it can work really well. So as soon as I release the ball, I start swinging, because I want my racket to meet that ball right when it gets at the peak of my reach. I want to hit it right then. Okay, let's take a look in slow motion. Weight starts forward. I bring the hands back. Now you're going to see that the shoulder rotation. See how I'm turning my shoulders away from the net? That rotation is going to give you a lot of your power. Okay, as I release the ball, now notice my racket arm is starting to bend already. I'm starting to swing at the ball. Right now, it's going up, but my swing is in full motion, no pauses. Okay, that ball may have dropped a half an inch, maybe. That's about it. It was very close to motionless. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. Many of the students that come to me, they have too high of a toss. As soon as I tell them to bring the toss down, immediately the serve starts to improve. So remember that tip, use it, let me know how it's working for you. Please subscribe to the channel, give me a like, a thumbs up, post any questions or comments below. Check out my website in the description box. All the best and happy serving. Take care. To your tennis success.